I was just listening to Parker of Parker Good a Job and Danny of Danny Phil Talk on Piers Morgan talking to Piers and the two conservative panelists about the R word. And I've got to say, I found it incredibly obnoxious as a function of how I generally find it really aggravating when conservatives will frame these discussions of basic, inconsequential consideration and respect in terms of their personal persecution, where it's like, you're telling me that I can't have fun anymore, and you're telling me I can't make jokes anymore, and you're telling me that if I say this, you might say that you don't like that I said it, or you might even think I'm a bad person. It's so whiny. And I think about why I don't use the R word, which is I had this really lovely teacher in high school who clearly cared a lot about her students, and in return, her students cared a lot about her. And she had an adult daughter with a severe cognitive disability. And she would talk to us about her daughter. She sometimes brought her daughter in. It was clear that it was important to her to give us this sense of understanding and respect about people like her daughter and families like her family. And then one day, this kid in the class who the teacher happened to quite like loudly used the R word. And I saw this look of pain on this beloved teacher's face. And I thought, ooh, I understand what just happened and I don't like it. And I don't want to make people like my teacher feel the way she clearly feels in this moment. And I'm not okay with other people making people like my teacher feel the way she clearly feels in this moment. And so I don't like using the R word. I don't use it if I am talking to somebody, depending on the context, depending on whether it's someone I know or like a passing interaction, I may or may not correct them. But I don't like it. I don't use it. And I think that this sort of woe is me, whiny framing about these things speaks to the general lack of societal oppression that many of these reactionary conservatives face. And I know there are exceptions, and I know some people can sometimes have cognitive dissonance, but just in general, it's like, oh, okay, you are seeing yourself as this oppressed victim of the language police, in part because you don't really have a lot of personal experiences with more robust and substantive forms of societal oppression, nor do you have an appropriate understanding of or respect for other people's more robust and significant experiences of societal oppression. And it's just so annoying. It's just annoying. And yeah, there are people on the left who are on TikTok who are also annoying. I'm not saying that I like them either, but it doesn't change the fact that you guys are so annoying when you complain about this. Oh, I can't see the I word. Oh my God, cry me a river.